Hello, Gemini. Welcome back to Path of Enlightenment Tarot. For those of you returning to the channel, welcome back. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I am Nicole. Gemini, this is going to be your November 2025 read. It'll be for your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node placements in your chart. If you're a cross-watcher, welcome as well. Guys, discern the messages, flip the rules as it applies. Spirit just told me to tell you to know that not everything is for you. So take what is and leave the rest behind, obviously. Parts of the reads will always resonate. Some of it may not, and that's okay too. So Gemini, thank you to everybody who's liked, shared, subscribed, commented, and donated to the channel, booked up personal reads, hit the hype button, all the ways you help me out here. Thank you so very much for that. Personal reads are open and available, so are channel memberships. The information that you need, the email for the personals is in the description box below. The channel membership link is in there as well. And we've also started a Discord, which I don't have that linked in there yet, but it will be. But you can find us, Path of Enlightenment Tarot, on Discord as well. And you're welcome to join the community there. It's just a nice place for everybody to kind of get together, support each other if you have questions. Hearing different things from other people, right? It's just another way to allow us all to connect together. So I think it was a pretty cool thing. My friend Adam helped us get that started. So thank you to Adam. I don't know that he's got Gemini placements or is watching this video, but if he is, thanks Adam. Appreciate you. So with that being said, Gemini, let's get down to business here. Let's see what's going on in the month of November 2025 for the sign of Gemini. Please, Spirit, thank you for your concise messages. Ask that you help guide us in this reading. So dedication, Gemini, dedication to a new way of living. You're compelled to connect. Compelled to connect, I'm hearing. Aries act, opposition, confrontation, Gemini. You know, you might be standing your ground on some things here in the near future, you know, in the month of November. It's kind of like you're working to create love, health, life, and balance in your world. For Gemini. Gemini, you show up in your own reading. You've showed up in 3 readings today, by the way. I've been trying to get all these out for the bi-weeklies and then the monthlies for November. And Gemini, you came up in Taurus's reading and I think Libra's reading. And there you are again in your own reading. So you could have close connection to a Taurus or a Libra. Confrontation still sitting at the bottom of the deck. Spirit says to go ahead and leave that there. 8, what goes around comes around. Gemini, a new and improved version of you. You may have, you know, and I love you, right? I got a Gemini who's a daughter, or a daughter that is a Gemini, I should say, that, guys, we all get in moments where we're self-pitying, woe is me, sulk a little bit, right? Like, who hasn't been there? I think we've all done that. It happens to the best of us. But where you were maybe feeling like you didn't have control of yourself in a situation, guess what? November's like, watch out, bitch, here I come. Like, it's just the way Spirit's bringing it in. Is like, you know, let me Gemini, renegotiating on my terms. It's interesting. You're getting ready to grab the bull by the horns here, Gemini. Maybe you are dealing with a Taurus. But I feel like you are... Yeah, I think I use this for Taurus. Specifically, I use this statement and Spirit's bringing it back again. It's like being an ostrich and sticking your head in the sand and going, I don't want to hear, I don't want to see, I don't want to know. But something, and pardon my sniffles, my ears congested, the weather started to kind of get a little warmer again, so I'm all over the place, and my apologies for that. It's beyond my control. But this is like, it was transparent to you what was going on. Start there. But part of that was you weren't necessarily looking at it, right? Weren't really addressing it, weren't feeding it, weren't involving yourself in it. And now it's kind of like Gemini, Spirit is saying you need something to feed your soul. So pulling your head out of the sand. I don't know what ostriches eat, but you know, like, it's time to pull your head out of the sand and eat something. It's time to get back to life, get back to things. But this also means confronting something either about yourself or about another person, or potentially both, right? There's the duality of Gemini right there. It comes in multiple forms. So This could be law coming out in the reverse. So something that's been unbalanced, miracle. Like, I will bring this into balance. I'm going to reconcile the differences in a situation is what I'm hearing. Drinks. I just heard with that, we're either going to get along or we're not. So you're very one way or the other, Gemini. You're leaning into some sort of energy that is you in that duality. It's instead of kind of being in the limbo depravity, you're like third party. Yeah, Gemini, yeah. Other people around you could be dealing with a Libra and a Taurus. Doesn't have to be. Maybe those are their placements. But, you know, I do feel like there's an external energy, Gemini. You and earth signs, you and air signs should be good, but it could be too much in similarity that it creates a clashing, right? When you ever say, like, you know, they're so much alike they don't get along, boom, there it is, right? It's the butting of the heads in something that two people are too much alike. So letting go, you're really tired of playing this game. It's something that's been shown back to you time and again. I feel like this comes, Spirit is saying, in increments throughout the month of November. You may have minimal communication with this person or these people, but when you do come together, it's like me, you know, think about it. In the United States, Thanksgiving's coming. You're going to start seeing family you don't see very often. Old Aunt Sue rolls up for Thanksgiving dinner, and she just knows how to push the buttons. In the last 2 Thanksgivings, you've given her a pass to be an asshole, and this time you're like, you know what? I've grown a lot since the last time you seen me there, Aunt Sue. Well, let me tell you how this goes. So it's something that is outside of you, but yet very much a part of you somehow. And you're no longer going to kind of lay low, stick your head in the sand, ignore what's going on. You're going to start to really address what is happening and say your piece. So there's something bubbling here, Gemini. There's something bubbling to a particular matter, and I think you've just about had your fill, okay? So this law in reverse, it's something that's definitely been out of balance for some time. Some of you, it's almost like, let's get the proper people involved here. It's like, Aunt Sue, you said this about mom, and mom, blah. It's almost just like calling something out. Like, you know, it's like, again, getting the proper people involved in a situation that are dedicated to making something more conscious. There's somebody that's going to help in a situation rather than pull it apart even more or make it worse than it already is. 9 of Cups, High Priestess. What is this law in the reverse about for Gemini, please, Spirit? Is it what? King of Wands come out in the reverse. I always put my cards back in the upright position. So dealing with somebody who is unjust, someone who is unfair, could be a fire sign. I don't think it is. I think that they're really just embodying a tyrant type of behavior where they kind of expect you to bow down, play nice, and it's rubbing you the wrong way, right? It's a lot of competition, the opposition, a lot of fighting. It's almost like you always kind of look at this as like, maybe this is a new cycle. Maybe this is a new way of doing. Maybe they're going to pull their shit together. This person in this King of Wands is manipulative, right? Manipulative, my way or the highway. It's on my terms. And then the justice comes out in the upright. Like, there's a reality check here, Gemini, with this person. Again, Libra energy could be, you have Aries, Leo, Sag here too, but again, I think that's just embodying where there's this 2 sides of the situation, and you finally, 7 of Wands, Tower. You may be bringing a Tower moment in. This may pertain to siblings, family, past history, karmic 8, you know, there it is coming back around. And it's finally like, you know what? Yeah, you know what? You want to bring that up? Let's talk about that. Let's address the elephant in the room here, right? Let's talk about how this hasn't been fair, and it's either this or it's been that, but it's been your way for so long that I'm just really sick of doing it on your terms. 10 of Cups, it's affecting my happiness. It's affecting my ability to move on in life and to do the things that I want to do, and that doesn't suit me anymore, right? So this is someone who really wants control. King of Wands in the reverse, a bit of a control freak about things, wanting to have the final word, the final say around something as well. It's like no more, hammer, not enough, like persistence. And you know, I think you've tried. I think you've tried and tried again with something here. And, you know, this could also be somebody critiquing you. This wasn't good enough. That wasn't good enough. Oh, you get straight A's. Well, get A pluses. You know, you did the thing at work. You got the promotion. Well, you should have done this instead. Like, it's just somebody who really wants to pick apart how everybody else is operating when they themselves can't operate in the upright position. And it is something that, you know, it's like, I can put myself out there to do other things. I can connect with you. I've tried to connect with you. Somebody you're dealing with, Gemini, could have a drinking problem. But this is like you rising from this situation and realizing that there's more to life than this impractical imbalance of nonsense that's been going on. This Justice card, Spirit, please. Grounding, needing to ground yourself. You know, that's the thing. Like, you could have a lot of past history and memories with this person. At some point, you may have seen them as somebody who was really important to you, or you looked up to this person. But it's all in black and white now. It's like old school. It's an old memory. It's an old being. This could be a parent, doesn't have to be, but it's like you look back at it and you're like, you know, I looked up to you. I saw something in you. I wanted to believe in you. I wanted to do all of these things, but it's a fleeting thought. It's a fleeting feeling that there could ever be like this. And it's like you're finding the power in the balance within you that says, I don't need to be a part of this group or this community or this thing, but I have the right to confront what bothers me. And, you know, it's like with this third party, this affairs card, somebody else outside of the circumstances could very well be influencing what is happening here. Doesn't have to be a third party, but this could be, you know, when I look at that law card, lawyers, judges, police, anybody in an authoritative position that gets to call the shots. And it's kind of like, I've grown since then. I've grown since this or that has happened. And you don't see me as that. This is also somebody who, you know, one, refuses to see your growth, but two, also, it's like watching your children grow up and never accepting the fact that they're old enough to make their own decisions, right? It's like, I've grown. I'm not a child anymore, and I'm an adult. Let me make my decisions. I don't need you to parent me or tell me how to do or what to believe or how to exist in life. Like, just be there, right? Just be there to be supportive. And instead, it's, let me tell you what you need to do, Gemini. You know, stuff like that. So drinks. What is this about? Ace of Pentacles. I do feel like someone is trying to offer a peace offering, Two of Wands, but you're really on the fence because I feel like this Emperor, they're trying to regain control of a situation. Someone who tries to offer you a peace offering, but I do feel like what they're trying to offer you, Ace of Pentacles, I'm kind of seeing this almost as if, because I read my cards, even though they're upright, it's about the energy of what I feel from it. The Ace of Pentacles is they're offering you the potential of something, but when this has become a redundant thing, and you always end up with the same shit different day with this situation, you've created your own world. You've got the world within your own hands. So it's not like you're being ungrateful, but it's like, I have the ability to create this for myself. I don't need it to come from you. I don't need this to come from someone else. I'm able to create that for myself now. And this person, you know, it's kind of like a power struggle here. Gemini is like, I almost feel like you're both, and Spirit, thank you, is addressing this, is that you're taking control over your own life. It's been a lot of fear-based, like, can I even do this for myself? Yes. But also this person going, but I want control of the situation because I've been able to dictate how this has gone. And there's a fear attached to this person as well, that if they lose control, which they feel like they are, then what? Because everything in question is what the Ten of Cups to the Death card looks like, Scorpio season. Four of Pentacles, and both sides are trying to hold on to a level of control in this particular situation in itself. Okay, so I hope that's resonating for you. What about this Ace of Pentacles, please, Spirit? Like, you're needing something more, commitment and talking. Like, they do a lot of talking. They say a lot of things. They promise the world how it's all going to come together, how if it was on this terms or these terms, then that would be perfect. But ultimately, you need more from it than just that. What else on this, Spirit? Not enough. There it is. Like, there it is again, right? It's a lot of empty promises, a lot of frustration, hoping that something, backstabbing at the bottom, hoping that things are going to change, only for them to turn back around and end up where they started from. And it's just like, it's like kind of like eating your heart out. Like, you've had your heart stomped on, trampled on, eaten out enough. Like, no more. Just no more. I'm tired of the disappointments. I'm tired of the broken promises. It's lackluster at best, right? This Two of Wands, Spirit, for Gemini. Cupid's arrow. So you've got faith in something better, that when you move on from a particular situation, it's like you look back over those times and promises that were not fulfilled, and you're like, I've learned from this. Like, you can't get blood from a stone, right? Like, you can't get something from somebody that they're just not capable of. So this is also a level of acceptance, that this is just who this person is in my life. And I can tell you, in my own world, like, as an example, my own mother, like, we had issues when I was growing up, even in my 20s, and I hit a point where I'm like, you know, this is who she is. She's never going to be what I thought she needed to be for me, or what I needed. So this is where I have to accept that this is what it is, and this is how I have to move forward in life. I could still have a relationship with her, but the terms and conditions of that would have to be different. So for you, in this particular case, it's like, there are no more second chances. There are no more empty promises. I don't want to hear it. I'm not interested. I'm not just going to close my ears and pretend that everything is fine, or close my eyes and pretend that everything is fine, because it's not. So it's almost like, Gemini, you're paving your own path in the month of December. Or December. Well, okay, there you go. Slip. We'll take it. Understand that by December, thank you, Spirit. So in the month of November, you may be paving your own path. By December, this could be somebody, going back to that King of Wands in reverse, who will take things from you as a way to hold control. So, you know, let's just say, as an example, you're going through a divorce. They could use the children as a power play move, right? They could try to control finances. But it's a way that when they realize they cannot reconnect with you on the terms and conditions that they once did, now it becomes a power struggle. Now it becomes a power play. Now it's, let me see what I can take from you. Very petty. But it's a way to make you fear you standing independently on your own, okay? So this depravity, you know, and what a fine time to do it over the holiday season. That's fucked. Just going to put that out there. Depravity. What is this about for Gemini? High Priest. This is a hard completion, Gemini. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to sugarcoat this. It's like, once you finally see the true nature of somebody, how much they're not willing to put in the effort that you did or tried to do, it's like they just kind of throw in the towel. So again, instead of working with you, compromising, trying to find resolution to something, they just throw in the towel, and then they become petty about it. Like, okay, Gemini, literally 5 of Wands to the 3 of Swords. You want to hurt me because I didn't get my way, then I'm going to hurt you. Like, it's very, very back and forth. I really do want to ask Spirit what the third party aspect to this is, because it's almost like somebody's got to pick between two people. But I also want to say to you, this could be a family dynamic. It does not have to be romance, right? I want you to understand that. So what is this third party about? Ace of Swords falls on that. 3 of Cups. What is this third party about? You know, this is someone that you likely broke bread with here. Strength card as well. 2 of Cups. You know, as they say, two's a party, 3's a crowd. Is that how they say it? Something like that. Like, that third factor, and I think I've seen something similar to this for Aries, so you may have Aries placements, is 3 people in a situation where someone's constantly interfering makes things very difficult to bring something together. And it's like self-mastery, but it's like somebody wants somebody under someone else's thumb to do something. So this could be somebody who presented themselves as nurturing, loving, caring, to you, Four of Pentacles. But it's created blockages around harmony, serendipity, things working out to the betterment of things. It's an interesting kind of vibe here that I get with this, though. Let me see. You may feel like somebody picked somebody over you. Intuition is to move on. Red flags to something. Moving. Move on. I almost feel, Gemini, this is going to sound so shitty, but I'm going to be straight with you. It's like somebody didn't want you there. Wherever there is for you. Like somebody didn't want you to be a part of something. Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Cap. Literally, as I say, someone else didn't want you there. There comes the card of someone else. It's kind of like you are a part of something that affects how they live, how they operate, what they do. And this release, as it happens for you, is actually probably the very best thing for you at the end of the day, believe it or not. And I think you know this already. I think you know this. You can't be a third wheel to some dynamics, right? You can all get along, but at the same time, when you've got people playing a narcissistic type role, which we all have narcissistic tendencies, not saying anybody is a narcissist, but when those tendencies are thrown into the mix, that creates a lot of problems and a lot of confusion, right? So just a heads up on that. But definitely, I told you, Taurus and Libra specifically came up, and here it is again. So there's that. High Priestess, what is that about, Spirit? With this depravity. Chaser, and that card was on the bottom of the deck. They wanted you to always feel like if you didn't conform, if you didn't let them bully you, that you would be abandoned by them. There's an abandonment issue around this. They leave you lacking. They make you feel like you're not yourself on any given day. The Eight of Pentacles in reverse, seduction and partying, separation. It's time for you to go off and separate yourself from this particular dynamic. Literally, it says on here, third party. There it is. You see it. Third party. You will always be in a space of lacking with this. And it's just like, I'd rather pick my own path than to let somebody else lead me on a path that causes me a lot of heartbreak and pain. Gemini, you're finding your bearings in the month of November so that you can move on. And this is likely to kind of be residual throughout the holiday season, unfortunately, if you're here in the U.S. I'm going to say what comes for Gemini after this starts to kind of dwindle down, Spirit. What happens? You're activating a very important part of yourself for change. This is changing the trajectory of your life. It's clearing up this is karmic, some past karma. Your stability is going to, Spirit's saying, gain ground to what does make you happy, where you feel the happiest and most inspired to be your best self. Pisces energy, that is the North Node right now. You're just going to have to kind of feel your way through this introspection. You're going to learn a lot about yourself. Your perception around the situation is going to expand, and it's kind of like there may be questions around like why this is happening for you, but by the end of Capricorn season, you're going to be very happy that you held your own. You really truly will be. I could say rough go, Gemini, but there's no need to be under someone's thumb. There's just no need. So I think you're doing the best thing for yourself from what I can see here. But remember, your situation is individual to you. Discern that, right? You make your free will choices. I can't make those for you. So with that, I'm sending you all love. I hope this was helpful. Personals are open. And again, Email is in the description box below, as well as the About section of the page. I'm sending you all so much love. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you all soon. Take care. Bye-bye.